goal is to present you different usage we have at Orange France Telecom with the application server JOnAS. I suggest you a presentation in 5 sections. We will start with a short history of Orange and OW2 success story. We will see how we use JOnAS in our architectures. And in the third part, we will see what we use around JOnAS. For example, JORAM, JASMINe, Cliff, and so on. In the next section, we will speak about JOnAS use cases. I will take 2 examples, how we use JOnAS on development platforms, and an example of what we can do with JOnAS on an integration platform. And finally, we will see what are our plans for 2012. So, with OW2, we are working together for 12 years. In 1999, France Telecom Research and Development was co-founder of OW2con, which is the predecessor of OW2. France Telecom is a strategic member of this consortium since its creation. We are also a co-lead of the open source cloudware initiative, which was presented yesterday. And we have a lot of Orange Labs contribution to the OW2con page within a lot of projects like JORAM, JOnAS, etc. So, if we focus on JOnAS, why do we use JOnAS at France Telecom? First of all, for strategic reasons. We can suggest improvements to this application server so that JOnAS can answer to our needs. For example, we suggest the development team to improve class loader filtering, to track database leaks when connecting JOnAS to databases, or for generating Java heap dump with JMX or with the console. Here are some examples of improvements that were made with JOnAS on our suggestions. JOnAS is also integrated with other useful OW2 components, and mainly JASMINe and JORAM, which are used a lot of by us. The quality of JOnAS was proven because we have more than 8 years in production with this application server, and all the tests we are regularly doing shows very good performances and robustness. JOnAS is Java EE certified. JOnAS 4 is J2AA certified, and JOnAS 5 is Java 5 certified. It's a condition for us to choose an application server. And JOnAS is based on best-in-class product. The foundation of JOnAS. JOnAS is on top of Apache Tomcat. And we also have economical reasons. I don't know why the conversion PDF to Acrobat misses some words, but It's a LGPL license, and it's an open source business model. It's also our strategy for concerning databases, concerning development frameworks, and so on. And we have on-support demand with Bull, and it's also very important for us. So the success story, we introduced JOnAS at France Telecom in 2003. We started with the quite old version today, 3.3, and we are now running the 5.2 version, so the OSGI version. It's the only application server for development since 2006. So we use JOnAS for local development platform on our PCs. We have JOnAS and Eclipse, and we even use JOnAS for applications who are deployed on other application server products. For example, we have big applications that run some products, some external products, and we have a short part that is JAA. So developers develop on JOnAS and deploy on WebLogic or WebServer, why not? It's today the first application server choice at Orange. It is the mostly used application server in France, and it is the highest priority in prescription within the group. This year we signed a prescription with France, Poland, UK, Spain, and Orange Business Service, and this prescription recommend some application server, some databases, and so on, and JOnAS is the first choice within this prescription for the group. We also have a lot of experience for migrations between different application servers. We have quite old applications running since 2000 on WebLogic, for example, and we are accompanying projects to migrate their project from one application server to JOnAS successfully. And generally, we have very positive feedback on that. The main usage, we use JOnAS for information system, that means for internal customers, and we use also JOnAS for services platforms, that means for external customers. It's the main component for agile delivery infrastructure. We have ready-to-use development on integration platform. This platform can be delivered to projects in less than 2 days. The internal name of that is Ninja. It is a platform based on Linux and OpenJDK, JOnAS, Apache, Maven, Hudson, all together are connected when delivered to projects. For example, Apache is also connected to JOnAS with a plugin whose name is Mojeki. We have hundreds of applications with JOnAS in production, and we have thousands of servers instances in production. These applications are from single instances to large-scale applications, and for all levels of service level agreements. Some examples. We have JOnAS in-house applications in quite all domains. For example, on information systems, we use JOnAS for after-sales services, for technical applications, for internal support, configuration management. We have portals, we have repositories. We use JOnAS for sales or billing. I don't provide here the name of all these applications, but we can detail for you if necessary. We use JOnAS on services platforms for internal or external customers. Perhaps you know around Windows Live, the Livebox configuration, Magin TV, and so on. And we use JOnAS on our bus infrastructure, whose name is WSOI, and also for M2M frameworks. So quite all domains are covered. So how do we use JOnAS technically in our architecture? We're based on an open source architecture, as you see on the right. Our Linux is based on a virtualization stack, and we use OpenJDK and JOnAS. Our model is an N-tier model, and we promote simple architecture whenever possible. These simple architecture are farm or standalone. I will explain you what is a farm later. We also test and use cluster, but in rare occasions, because we think that it's not a simple architecture. What is industrialized? So JOnAS with Tomcat and JORAM inside the stack. And we also provide for projects JASMINe instance running on JOnAS, and including JANO and JASMINe monitoring. All this is running on OpenJDK. So here are some examples of JOnAS architecture we can meet at Forum. I will focus on the HTTP farm, the second column, which is the architecture mostly used. We choose this architecture because it provides very high scalability. We can start with a small number of application servers and grow when the application usage grows. How does it work? We have a load balancer, Altero, Big IP, which is doing round-robin distribution through HTTP server, 1, 2, 4 HTTP servers, which are in general Apache. All these HTTP servers can see all the JOnAS application servers below, and they can distribute requests through all these application servers. So we have, with this architecture, we have a session affinity. A session which was initialized on this application server can be forwarded on the same server, whatever the Apache was called by the load balancer.